Now on Coast TV News.
A code red goes into effect this afternoon for accumulating snow for Delmarva. Snow is developing to our west this morning. I'll track the snow on Futurecast and have snow totals coming up next.
Road treatment, a sign of that storm ahead. How Delmarva is preparing for its third winter system in less than 2 months.
They don't have the right to stand in the way of the United States government and the state of Maryland.
Wind energy response, that is what we are hearing after Worcester County officials attempt to stop wind farm development on the coast.
Another attempt. This former luxury liner's trip towards the Delaware Bay was delayed. The new departure for the SS United States and when we can expect to see it off of our coast.
This is Coast TV News Today.
It is Wednesday, February 19th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour.
And another week, and we are getting ready for another winter system.
Hopefully the last. But Bob had good news for us. Maybe next week it'll warm up. So
I saw that yesterday when he had
week.
some nice looking temperatures there.
Bob, I'm tired of the snow. I'm done.
Join the club. Good morning, Elisa and Matt. Yes, we get a break from winter next week, but the big story today, two big stories, is the cold and the snow. First off, the cold. We're in the teens and low 20s right now, 20 in Delmar, 19 in Redden, 20 in Ocean Pines, 20 in Bethany Beach. That's the actual temperature, and then you factor in winds that are coming in out of the north around 15 to 20 miles per hour, and that's driving wind chills down into the single digits in Salisbury. Feels like 20 in Georgetown, 13 in Milton, 13 in Bethany Beach, so bitter cold. Make sure you bundle up. As we are seeing mostly clear skies, but we'll see clouds lowering and thickening through time, and we will see snow breaking out. This could be Virginia, snow not hitting the ground in Virginia yet, but farther to the west, we are looking at snow now through the Ohio Valley and then back into the deep south, and that snow will be heading our way later today. We do have a winter weather advisory across Sussex County goes into effect later today into Thursday evening for accumulating snow, maybe at least 5 inches, in a winter storm warning around Salisbury to Ocean Pines, and the Eastern Shore is also under a winter weather advisory. Let's walk you through it on Futurecast. Very cold out the door with thickening clouds through the noon hour. Then we will start to see snow breaking out this afternoon and this evening, heaviest across Maryland, and then some of that moving up into Delaware. I'll have much more on that snowy system coming up. Temperatures very cold today, only topping out in the mid-20s, and with the winds feeling like teens and lower 20s. Bundle up.
Oof. All right, Bob, thank you. As you just mentioned, snow is on its way to Delmarva, and DelDOT began preparing on Tuesday. The agency was seen brining the roads to get ahead of the third winter storm this year. This was around 1:30 in Lewis on Sweetbriar Road, 285 and Dairy Farm Road. DelDOT is urging drivers to give crews, if you see them on the roads, plenty of space as they work, and also for your safety.
And for continued coverage of this winter storm, listen to all of our radio stations, download our Coast TV First Alert Weather app, and tune in for all of our live updates. We are your source for this winter event.
New this morning, Worcester County officials are attempting to move closer to a construction date for the Lewis Road gravity sewer system and pump station. This is near Berlin. The county is looking to finalize the bid in building 5,200 feet of sewer line along with a pumping station. And once construction begins, county officials are looking for it to be completed in 240 days.
Dissenting opinions were enough to table emergency legislation about the West Ocean City Harbor in Worcester County on Tuesday. Commissioners to help push back against the wind farm project off of our coast by rezoning that harbor, and the rezoning would allow for commercial and recreational fishing. However, any buildings intended to support offshore energy production would be banned. It is a move that is not sitting well with the alternative energy company attempting to build that wind farm.
They don't have the right to stand in the way of the United States government and the state of Maryland under general constitutional principles.
This legislation is expected to be brought up again next month at that commissioner meeting on March 4th.
We are still awaiting a decision on short-term rental rules in Ocean City. The town is trying to decide whether or not short-term rentals in Ocean City should have a minimum 5-day stay. Right now, there is no minimum stay for the rentals. Realtors and property owners say that these rentals are a source of income. and the new regulation could negatively impact that. We went to Ocean City to learn what people there think about this debate, and here's what one man told us.
It might make sense. I see what they're trying to do. Personally, I mean, I know we live in a resort town, essentially, and so we have to find that balance between, full-time residents and vacationers.
Ocean City Council did not vote on the issue at Tuesday night's meeting. We are expected it to be brought up again next month.
Developing news in Milford, plans continue to be worked on for an area called Deep Branch Park. Happening today, those plans will be reviewed this afternoon by Sussex County's Planning and Zoning Commission. And Milford wants to transfer the 19.4-acre parcel into a park on Rehoboth Boulevard. And some ideas for it include playgrounds, pickleball courts, and walking trails.
A bill in the Delaware General Assembly would expand criminal background checks to more state workers. Now, currently, only the Department of Labor employees handling sensitive information are required to get this check. House Bill 20 would now apply to new hires, transfers, contractors, and volunteers across several departments. The bill also allows the Delaware State Bureau of Identification to keep track of any criminal history updates after that first check. And this bill has been assigned to the House Labor Committee.
The Wicomico County Council is walking back on controversial kennel legislation. The county is amending a bill that would have had major put restrictions on where kennels could be located. Originally, kennels would have to be 1,000 feet away from the nearest home, but now that number is just 500 feet. Plus, already existing kennels are now grandfathered in to the old restrictions, so they won't have to close if they are not in compliance.
Well, we're going to try this one again this afternoon. The SS United States is scheduled to leave Philadelphia. This after strong winds forced the cancellation of the Tuesday departure date. The luxury ship was active in the 1950s and 60s before it was retired in 1969. Once arriving in the Gulf of Mexico, it will be sunk and serve as part of an artificial reef. It will not be a fast-moving journey to the southern part of the Delaware Bay. If it leaves on time Wednesday, it won't be until Thursday morning that the SS United States will be seen off of our coast. Now taking a live look at Washington, D.C., the size of government is the big debate taking place there, with the Trump administration making cuts in the names of efficiency and savings, while Democrats continue to push back. Trump is defending the policy. This was a big part of his election campaign.
As NBC's Alice Barr shows us, Democrats are ramping up their rhetoric in the attempts of keeping the status quo.
President Trump and Elon Musk presenting a united front in a newly aired Fox News interview on slashing the federal government.
The thrashing of the bureaucracy as we try to restore democracy and the will of the people.
The president casting Musk as an enforcer of his executive orders, despite a White House court filing saying Musk is not running the Department of Government Efficiency, while dismissing concerns over conflicts of interest from Musk's businesses.
If there's a conflict, he won't be involved. I mean, I wouldn't want that, and he won't want it.
President Trump repeating that Musk's team is finding billions of dollars in fraud after earlier reading from pages of spending.
Listen to these numbers. This is all fraud.
Without showing evidence of what makes the programs fraudulent. A federal judge has found Musk's DOJ staffers can keep firing federal workers and accessing data systems, ruling 14 states who filed suit did not demonstrate imminent harm, while acknowledging concerns over, quote, the unchecked authority of an unelected individual. That as another judge paused the firings of 11 intelligence officers who were temporarily assigned jobs on DEI programs, while the leader of the FDA's food division resigned, saying the firing of 89 people effectively dismantled his group tasked with keeping the country's food supply safe. And the Department of Agriculture is trying to rehire recently fired employees who were working on the bird flu outbreak, similar to efforts to reinstate some fired nuclear safety workers, all as President Trump defends his rapid-fire government remake. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, tainted waters warning, the sewage spill in Ocean Pines, and the action taken by the Maryland Department of Environment.
Also, Flu Focus will tell you what doctors say you should know as rise in illnesses is underway.
And benefit a blood donation where you can get a limited edition t-shirt from a popular Delaware business when you give blood. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Did you know that they call us Stellarite? Come on, you know that's what we all call you. No, I did not. You got in a fight last night, didn't you?
You got some bruising. You think you got into a fight?
BB's dropping.
Ripley, what the hell are you doing?
She's stuck up there.
Hang on, I'm coming to get you. Hurry, Cruz.
This mystery shooter didn't just vanish into thin air.
You have to tell Boyd what's really going on. Or I have to.
Chicago Wednesday, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid Toilet Bowl Cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
It is 5:12 on this very cold Wednesday morning as we're getting a little bit of a scanning view on the Spicer Brothers cam in Salisbury. A little pixelated there. Looking over SU, very cold out there. 20 in Salisbury, 20 in Delmarva, 19 in Redden, 20 in Ocean Pines. Rehoboth at 21 degrees. And then we've got gusty winds, 15 to 20 miles per hour. And boy, it's bitter cold out there right now. Feels like 10 in Delmarva, 20 in Georgetown, 13 in Milton, 13 in Rehoboth. So just bundle up out there. I know a lot of kids probably have no school today or early dismissal with the cold and snow. Bitter cold off to school, 20 degrees, lowering and thickening overcast, and then maybe seeing some snowflakes coming home from school as snow develops, and 28 degrees.
4 people are safe following a boat fire on the Delaware River Tuesday morning. This was just before 9:30 a.m. That's when the Delaware Bay Coast Guard received a distress call from the crew of that tugboat that was on fire. You can see the smoke from the fire. This was near Pea Patch Island. That's an area north of Middletown in Newcastle County, and Coast Guard crews helped all 4 crew members safely evacuate the boat.
The Blood Bank of Delmarva has partnered up with the clothing company 302 Horseshoe Crab to give away a free limited edition t-shirt to all blood, platelet, and plasma donors in celebration of 302 Day. The shirts will be available from February 22nd to March 3rd at the Blood Bank of Delmarva's donor centers. They will also be available at 12 for blood drives throughout February and March.
Georgetown Public Library and volunteers are making plastic bags into mats for the homeless. Now, since 2019, the program called Volunteer Delaware 50 Plus has created over 400 mats statewide, and now the Georgetown Library is looking to make 100 more by the end of 2025. No experience is needed to join the effort at upcoming workshops. This includes tomorrow, Thursday, February 20th, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the library.
Kentucky Fried Chicken is flying the coop for greener pastures. The fast food chain is leaving its ancestral home in Kentucky and will move its corporate headquarters to Texas. The company's CEO said it's a decision that will help KFC sustain its growth and improve service to its customers, shareholders, and franchise owners.
Coca-Cola jumping into the prebiotic soda category with a new beverage that's being touted as good for your health. Simply Pop is expected to roll out later this month. The drink will come in 5 flavors and will contain vitamins, and Coca-Cola hopes Simply Pop will become a rival to popular Poppy and Olipop brands.
Still ahead, Flu Focus will tell you how doctors say you can stay safe as the rise in illnesses is happening right now.
Seeing an icy Hershey exteriors cam the canal freezing up a little bit for good reason. 21 degrees. We'll see snow developing later today as a code red goes into effect for accumulating snow. I'll track the snow on Futurecast and talk about snow totals coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's coastal charm with Coast Life. Explore local treasures, fresh trends, and unforgettable stories from our coastal communities. Join the adventure with Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Hi, this is Jimmy Hoppa inviting you to join us as we take the cross to the country. Christian country and Southern gospel, all to celebrate our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Taking the cross to the country, Sunday mornings at 8 on Coast Country, sponsored by Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Time is 5:17, and we're getting a live look. There's a little bit of a film of ice there on one of the canals in Ocean City. Red alert day, Bob, but really we're not expecting those conditions until later this afternoon.
That's right, Matt. The code red goes into effect this afternoon as the snow will develop from south to north across the area. And I do want to remind you that to download the Coast TV weather app, that's a very important tool to have during these stormy times. Winter weather advisory for all of Sussex County. That goes into effect as we go through the afternoon, continues to Thursday afternoon. Bridgeville down to Laurel, Selbyville, Georgetown, Lewis, and Fenwick Island. Probably looking at a couple of inches of snow. Higher amounts across areas of Wycomico, Somerset, Worcester, and I think I got them all. We're looking at maybe about 5 inches there from Salisbury to Willards over to Ocean Pines and Ocean City. And then for the Eastern Shore winter weather advisory, that goes until 6 o'clock. It's cold right now, 19 in Redden, 20 in Georgetown, 20 in Salisbury, Ocean City 21, 21 in Rehoboth. So bitter cold out there. We've got northerly winds gusting 15 to 20 miles per hour. So it's knocking those wind chills down into the single digits in some places. Feels like 7 in Ocean City, 10 in Redden, 13 in Milton. So it's bitter cold, bundle up for sure. As we're looking at still seeing some stars out there, but we're going to cloud it up pretty quickly as snow is breaking out to our west through Virginia, and then a bigger band of snow from the deep south into the Ohio Valley as low pressure is developing in Georgia, and that will be tracking just to our south with time and then moving out to sea. So Futurecast this morning has it very cold into the lower 20s by mid-morning, still only in the mid-20s, and that's the case at noon as as we're lowering that overcast. And then we could start to see some snow breaking out around 3:30 from Berlin up to Bethany Beach. And then I think the heaviest snow will be from Salisbury to Berlin, Ocean City, Fenwick Island around 5:30. But some of that snow getting into southern and southeast parts of Sussex County. And then you see it doesn't make much in the way of inroads farther to the north, but I think we will see some snow eventually north of Highway 9 with the heaviest snow from Berlin into Bethany Beach as we go into the evening hours. Then it looks like this model wants to kind of shut it down a little bit later tonight and just have us cloudy and maybe even some breaks in the overcast Thursday morning as that system moves out to sea. The wind shift tomorrow afternoon, and then maybe one more shot of snow and very cold with temperatures into the upper 20s and then temperatures plummeting and the winds picking up. Here's a European model thinking that 1 to 3 inches of snow across Delaware and similar amounts farther to the south. But here's what we're thinking officially. Northern Sussex, Milford, Denton, Dover, about up to 1 inch of snow, about 1 to 3 inches from Seaford to Georgetown, Lewis, and then farther to the southwest towards Laurel. Then Salisbury to Pittsville, Ocean Pines, and Ocean View, about 3 to 5 inches of snow. And on top of that, feeling really cold, feeling like teens much of the day, 20s into the afternoon hours. And then as we go into Thursday morning, still very cold, feeling like teens at that time. So we've got the snow and we've got the cold to go with it. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast of snow later today into Thursday, about 1 to 3 inches of snow, very cold. 29 today, 30 on Thursday, and then 37 Friday. Then we climb out of this winter mess, so to speak, into the weekend. 41 Saturday, 48 Sunday. Then we're into the 50s early next week. Congratulations to Nancy from Millsboro. She is the proud owner of a new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. As many of us can attest, it's been a rough few weeks of the cold and flu season, and doctors are starting to see an uptick in respiratory illnesses. This has led Tidal Health to reinstate a temporary mask mandate. Coast TV saw people in Lewis going in and out of pharmacies, and one man we spoke to says it's best to get a flu vaccine shot.
The flu is going around. Some of my friends have gotten the flu shot also, but also have gotten the flu. So it's a very strong flu and a different variant, I believe. I think wearing a mask would really help more.
And Tidal Health's mask mandate is for all staff, patients, and visitors. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you feel about the return of masking in hospitals?
Well, 62% of voters say it's a necessary precaution, 34% say overreaction, 1% say a temporary solution, and 3% say it should be permanent. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttv.com or on our mobile app. And up next on Coast TV News today, sewer prompts harvesting pause. We'll tell you how long Worcester County says it will implement a pause on shellfish harvesting after a sewer infestation. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
For greatness. Get more with DSN Plus. Subscribe today.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing. There's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system system, a $500 value for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
In Worcester County, officials put a pause on shellfish harvesting in Ocean Pines after 200 gallons of sewage has infested the water at Manklin Creek. Worcester County Public Works identified and repaired a 10-inch sewer main break near the corner of Ocean Parkway and Cathel Road in Ocean Pines. After contacting the Maryland Department of Environment, Manklin Creek has now been on a temporary pause for shellfish harvesting, and people we spoke with said they're glad this happened during the off-season.
I can't believe that anybody's doing any crabbing right at this point in time, but I don't see how that would have any impact.
According to the county, the closure will remain in effect until March 1st. And I think we're stating the obvious here, but with these temperatures, it's not beach weather.
I know, big chill in effect. As you said earlier, and I'm hopeful for this, that what we're getting in the next couple days here is it for winter.
You could go cold plunging if you're into that.
I'm not.
Wow.
It's good for you.
That's it. Just go right in the Atlantic Ocean. There's your cold plunge. They call this last storm in a line of storms sometimes the caboose. So this could be the caboose coming through, then we get a breather. No winter storms for a while after this. I think the snow is coming a little early here in Fenwick Island and Ocean City. I think it's building in this afternoon, but it will be very cold. Temperatures into the 20s. And then Lewis to Rehoboth, it's going to be a cold ferry ride up to Cape May with 20s. Snow develops later in the afternoon and into the evening, especially for Rehoboth. And then for Cambridge, I think you're seeing snow as we go through much of the afternoon with temperatures in the mid-20s. And then snow developing in Crisfield as well. And bitter cold temperatures only in the 20s to around 30 degrees. Much more on this winter system coming up in the next half hour.
After the break on CoastTV News today, new tariffs near. We'll tell you when President Trump says he will make an announcement on new tariffs that could impact vehicles and more.
Also, no progress in vacation verdict. Why Ocean City punted on a decision over the minimum length of stay for short-term rentals.
An electric bill business impact will tell you how some county businesses say the rising prices they are seeing is affecting them and how one Milford representative is looking for answers. CoastTV News Today will be right back.
The Harry K. Foundation presents its annual Chocolate Crawl on Saturday, April 26th in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Enjoy delectable chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Team. Our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life. Now on CoastTV News.
A code red goes into effect this afternoon for accumulating snow for Delmarva. Snow is developing now to our west. I'll track the snow on Futurecast and have snow totals coming up next.
Icy chaos as we await the next winter system here. We get a look at the havoc it has caused in other parts of the nation.
Power bill climb. We look at the latest effort in dealing with people paying more across Delmarva.
Rental rule delay, why Ocean City officials are pushing back a decision on short-term rental regulations.
This is CoastTV News Today.
February 19th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensa. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
Time is 5:30, and here we go again.
Sadly. Oh, Bob, what is going on?
Bob.
Come on, Bob. We've had this conversation. We're done. We're done. Last one. No, hopefully it's the last time we talk about snow.
You're putting this all on my shoulders.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with the jet stream.
I can put it on Paul's.
It's Paul's fault.
True. Okay.
Yeah, and actually it's Chris's fault. He loves all these snowstorms. He was wishing for them, and his wish came true. But this is the last in the series of storms to affect us today. First things first, though, it's very cold. 20 in Salisbury, 20 in Bethany Beach, 19 in Redden, 20 in Georgetown. We've got a gusty northerly wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour, even higher at the beaches. So it feels like 11 in Milton, 9 in Salisbury. Bitter cold out there. Bundle up. Feels like 13 in Ocean Pines right now. As we are seeing clouds beginning to increase now, and snow showing up on radar across Virginia. Don't know if it's hitting the ground there, but certainly is across the deep south and into the Tennessee Valley as we're watching low pressure developing in Georgia, and that will be moving to the northeast, tracking to our south, and then kind of grazing us with snow later on. Winter weather advisory goes into effect this afternoon into this evening for Sussex County. So from Delmar to Georgetown, Millsboro, Fenwick Island, and Dewey Beach, all under the gun for accumulating snow, maybe up to about 5 inches of snow from Salisbury to Ocean Pines and Colburn. That's why you have a winter storm warning until tomorrow evening. And then a winter weather advisory into Dorchester County, Cambridge to Hurlock and that area for lesser amounts of snow. Here's Futurecast this morning. We've got lots of clouds and cold. Temperatures in the low 20s, feeling much colder with the wind. Those clouds thicken up and temperatures not climbing much at all today. Mid-20s around noon, mid to upper 20s later in the day. And here's the snow from Salisbury to Selbyville, Bethany Beach, and farther south. And that snow develops from south to north. Just how far north does it come? That's kind of the million-dollar question, but it will move into Sussex County as we go into this evening. But very cold with teens and 20s, and with the wind feeling even colder than that. Much more on this wintry system coming up in a little bit.
Thank you, Bob. And as we await the winter system to hit us here, we are able to see what it has been doing across the country. And here's a video from Oklahoma. This is Tuesday afternoon near the Missouri state line. And the highway we are showing you is Interstate 44. And that was closed for several hours due to the number of crashes that occurred.
At least a similar scene near South Bend, Indiana. This is following a multi-car accident. The Indiana State Patrol says the pileup involved 9 semi-trucks, 4 cars, and also 1 State Patrol vehicle. The accident sparked a huge traffic backup. Authorities say there were no injuries.
And DELDUP began preparing on Tuesday for our incoming snowstorm. The agency was seen brining the roads to get ahead of the 3rd winter storm this year. And this was around 1:30 in Lewis on Sweetbriar Road, 285 and Dairy Farm Road. DELDUP urges drivers to give the crews on the roads plenty of space for not only their safety, but also for yours.
And for continued coverage of this upcoming winter storm, listen to all of our radio stations, download our CoastTV First Alert Weather app, and follow our live updates. We are your source for winter events.
Power bills are climbing across the peninsula, and people are asking for help, and politicians are demanding answers. Representative Brian Shoup owns the pharmacy in downtown Milford, and he says the power needed to run multiple fridges is running up their bills.
You know, we've had to keep back our investments wherever we can in our business. Unfortunately, sometimes that's on products, sometimes that's on hours.
Shoup says he's had other business owners in his district reach out to him searching for help, and a short-term relief bill is in the work in Delaware's General Assembly that, if passed, hopes to give some funds from electric fees back to consumers.
Plans continue to be worked on for an area in Milford called Deep Branch Park. These plans will be reviewed by Sussex County's Planning and Zoning Commission. Milford wants to transform the over 19-acre parcel into a park on Rehoboth Boulevard. And some ideas for this include playgrounds, pickleball courts, and walking trails. The commission meeting takes place at 3 p.m.
A bill in the Delaware General Assembly would expand criminal background checks to more state workers. Currently, only Department of Labor employees handling sensitive information are required to get checked. The House Bill 20 would now apply to new hires, transfers, contractors, and volunteers across multiple departments. The bill also allows the Delaware State Bureau of Identification to keep track of any criminal history updates after the initial check. It's been assigned to the House Labor Committee. And a highly anticipated decision delayed in Ocean City after weeks of debate. Town leaders were expected to make a final call Tuesday night on short-term rental regulations, specifically a minimum stay requirement.
But that didn't exactly happen. CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us it could be at least a week before we actually see a final decision from council.
Stay for 5 or more days, or don't stay at all. That's the debate Ocean City leaders took up Tuesday, and opinions are still divided among locals. One woman lives in Ocean City and has short-term rented in the past. She told CoastTV a 5-day minimum means business is lost.
If I couldn't do 3 days, I'd not make the money that I am capable of making at having a 3-day minimum.
Michael Ryan, on the other hand, says it's a good idea and would maintain the hometown feel in some residential areas.
I know we live in a resort town, essentially, and so we have to find that balance between, full-time residents and vacationers.
What the town was trying to avoid was making these neighborhoods feel like they're hotels by having a 1, 2, even 3-day stay. Like right here in downtown Ocean City, you got one right there, 2, 3, and of course across the street, another one. That's what they were trying to stay away from. Short-term renting stays in the spotlight once again in Ocean City. For CoastTV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
Ocean City's next council meeting is planned for Monday, March 3rd.
And the council has already passed a measure limiting occupancy to 2 people per bedroom in rental properties. And at an earlier meeting this month, they also approved an 11-month moratorium on new short-term rental licenses in the single-family and mobile home residential districts.
The Wicomico County Council is walking back on a controversial kennel legislation. The county is amending a bill that would have put a major restriction on where kennels could be in the county. Originally, kennels would have to be 1,000 feet away from the nearest home. Now that number is just 500 feet. Plus, already existing kennels are now grandfathered in to the old regulations, so they won't be forced to close if they aren't in compliance.
This afternoon, the SS United States scheduled to leave Philadelphia. This after strong winds forced the cancellation of the Tuesday departure date. Luxury ship was active in the 1950s and 60s before it was retired in 1969. And once it gets out to the ocean and arrives at the Gulf of Mexico, it will be sunk and serve as part of an artificial reef. It will not be a fast-moving journey to the southern part of the Delaware Bay. If it leaves time on Wednesday, it won't be until Thursday morning that the SS United States will be seen off of our coast.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital, and President Donald Trump is detailing new tariffs he says are in the works. They could affect vehicles, pharmaceuticals, and computer chips and could be around 25%. Trump says he'll formally unveil them as early as April 2nd, and that's the day after the previously stated deadline for an investigation into reciprocal tariffs. Future tariffs could affect all sorts of industries.
It's going to be interesting to see where the pain is felt, if indeed
these tariffs go through.
Some American businesses appear to be struggling with Trump's rapid-fire trade changes. Other companies say the 10% tariff on Chinese imports is hindering their supply chains.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, parade exit protests will tell you why organizers are unhappy after they say the National Guard pulled out of a parade to celebrate Frederick Douglass's birthday.
Also, Sussex Tech troubles the rough night for the Ravens girls basketball team as they were unable to get over the 500 mark on the season.
And Lewis looks at its park plans. Will tell you how many projects are on the table for the areas of the city, including some impacting its beaches. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Dan Long. Assistant Fire Chief Dan Long has been an inspirational member of the fire service for over 30 years. He's served as a paramedic with the Salisbury Fire Department and currently a career EMT with the West Side Fire Department. He's a member of the dive team and in charge of the cadet program. Dan's commitment to excellence is unmatched, and we salute him for his service.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Coming up, are you ready for a time management boot camp?
It's not just about being late.
Expert tips to help you beat the clock and take control of your life.
Wednesday at noon on Coast TV.
5:42 on this bitter cold Wednesday morning. Dry Tech Cam 22 in Ocean City, feeling much colder with the wind. And it's 19 in Redden, 20 in Delmar, 20 in Salisbury, 20 in Bethany Beach. These are actual temperatures. Then you factor in these winds that are gusting up to about 20 miles per hour, feeling like 10 in Delmar, 9 in Salisbury, 12 in Milton, 11 in Bethany Beach. So just bitter cold. We are increasing the clouds, seeing some snow. This is probably falling aloft to our south and west. The snow hitting the ground is still well to our west. So your drivecast, you're in good shape this morning. It's just cold with dry roads. It gave the green light, then deteriorating conditions later this afternoon and this evening. Snow develops. Could see some accumulation by sunset, especially across Maryland. For more on the storm, call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead Mandalas Federico.
Thank you, Bob. The Lewis Parks and Recreation Commission met this week to discuss the short and long-term plans for the park system in the city. The plan includes 100 projects, and the commission is looking at which ones to prioritize. Some examples listed are more walking trails, safer lighting in the parks, and more trees being planted.
I love nature, so I think it's incredibly important for everyone to do a lot of nature immersion. So more trees would be great. I see a lot of construction going on in the area, which is wonderful, but I also hope that we can keep trees. Lots of nature, trees, flowers, whatever we can do.
The beaches in Lewis are also on the table for discussion, even looking at the idea of webcams and Wi-Fi hotspots on the beach.
DENREC is working with the EPA to study salt marsh ecosystems in Sussex County. This is at Canary Creek in Lewis. Water level wells and camera traps have been installed to monitor both groundwater and surface water. And along with taking soil samples, scientists say the data will help assess wetland health.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. Early college high school girls basketball aiming to conclude their regular season by topping Sussex Tech out in Georgetown last night. The Ravens hoping to move above 500 with a victory, with 3 final regular season matchups remaining in the first quarter of action. Tiana Bibbins of Sussex Tech finds Anaya Bailey, who banks into the Ravens' first points of the game, 2-0 Tech. Shortly after, Ava Brickhouse of Early College lets it fly and cashes in, giving the Hornets a 3-2 lead. Then Marsha Brown dodging the Ravens and floating into right there, Hornets up 9-2. A few minutes later, more from Brown outrunning the Ravens and depositing the deuce. Early College ahead 17-4. On the other end, Anaya Bailey of Sussex Tech sails it in from deep. Nothing but net. Ravens down by 12. Second quarter, the Ravens keep it rolling. Ben Bibbins with the crafty finish. Score now 21-9. In the third quarter, Ava Brickhouse from behind the arc. It's good. Hornets pulled ahead 30-14. To the fourth quarter of action, Nevaeh Trott of ECHS adds 2 on the scoreboard. 42-25 Hornets. More from Early College. A perfect pass from Marsha Brown. Ashaya Brown, her attempt off the rim, but Jayla Dukes cleans up the loose change, making the score 47-25. But the Ravens fighting back later in the fourth. Mariah McCabe of Sussex Tech with the shot, and eventually it falls as the Ravens trail by 20. Next up on the other end, Ashira Brown finishes the basket. Early College defeats Sussex Tech 53-29. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
Your game of the night at 8:30. You can watch Delmarva Christian host St. Peter and Paul for girls basketball. Then catch a full recap of all of that action on the final score at 10:30. And over on the DSN Plus app, along with that game we just mentioned, at 5 p.m. you can watch Delmarva Christian play James and Bennett for another girls basketball battle. Then at 5:15, Seaford takes on Middletown in boys basketball. And at 7 p.m., Sussex Central faces Dover in boys basketball.
This morning, we're seeing dry roads on the Tidal Health Cam in Salisbury, but by this evening, probably some snow-covered roads, as we'll see snow developing later on as a code red goes into effect for accumulating snow. I'll track the snow on Futurecast and talk about snow totals coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app today.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's coastal charm with Coast Life. Explore local treasures, fresh trends, and unforgettable stories from our coastal communities. Join the adventure with Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Ordered now. Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
Get the Coast TV News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
The time is now 5:58 and we are taking a live look outside at Salisbury this morning on this cold morning, that's for sure. We don't see a lot of cars out on the road there yet, Bob, but this commute this morning is going to probably be better than tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I would think so. You know, we're looking at dry roads now, Elisa. This time tomorrow, some of those roads will be snow covered. I think this is going to be a fluffy kind of snow because it will be so cold. So it's going to fluff up. So it won't be that heavy moisture-laden snow like last time. Winter weather advisory for all of Sussex County goes into effect later today, continues into Thursday evening. Selbyville to Ocean View, Dewey Beach, over to Seaford, Bridgeville, down to Delmar, all looking at probably 1 to 3 inches of snow. Slightly higher amounts back through Salisbury, Newark, Ocean Pines. That's why you have a winter storm warning, Somerset, Wycomico, and Worcester counties until Thursday evening. And then we're looking at Cambridge, Bucktown, Hurlock, all with a winter weather advisory. You're probably also looking at about 1 to 3 inches of snow. Before the snow, it is cold. This is why the snow is going to fluff up and be very light because it's very cold and dry. 20 in Salisbury, 20 in Milton, 21 in Rehoboth right now, Ocean City at 22, and we've got a very cold northerly breeze, at times gusting over 20 miles per hour. It feels like 12 in Redden, 10 in Delmar, 9 in Salisbury, 12 in Bethany Beach. Bundle up. It is bitter cold, and if the kids do have school, make sure they're bundled up too. We're seeing the radar with increasing clouds, some snow falling aloft now in Virginia. I think it's still too dry for it to be hitting the ground, but farther back to the west through Kentucky, and then in the deep south, we're watching low pressure developing across eastern Tennessee. This will be tracking just to our south as we go through tonight into tomorrow, grazing us with that snow. Here's Futurecast this morning. It's cold. We see the increasing clouds and temperatures only slowly rising through the 20s by noon, mid-20s, feeling much colder with the wind. By 3 o'clock, maybe some snow breaking out around Maryland through Salisbury and Berlin and Selbyville. Heavier through Ocean City, Fenwick Island and Salisbury. Some of that moving into southeast Sussex County. This particular model is keeping it across southern Sussex and back into Wycomico counties too as we go through the overnight hours, and then very cold. And it actually clears it out a little bit tomorrow morning before the winds turn to the northwest. We see temperatures into the 20s into the afternoon hours. This is another model. This is a European model, bringing the snow a little farther to the north. Here's 6:30, Lewis over to Seaford, Ocean View, getting into some of the snow. Ocean Pines, Ocean View, Salisbury as well. But even with this model too, we don't see the snow for a long period of time as it moves offshore. As we go into tomorrow morning, I think we could see another burst of snow into the afternoon. Here's the European model's take on the snow amounts, about 1 to 3 inches from north to south, lesser amounts to the north, higher amounts to the south. But here's what we're thinking officially, up to an inch or so, northern Sussex County, and then farther to the north and west, hardly anything. And then about 1 to 3 from Laurel to Seaford, Georgetown, Highway 9, 113, and then about 3 to 5 from Salisbury to Pittsville, Ocean Pines, and Ocean View, where you'll be in the snow a little longer. Very cold with the snow. Feels like temperatures into the 20s this afternoon. Then by Thursday morning, feeling like teens. And then as we go into Friday morning, feeling even colder, lower teens. So very, very cold before and after the storm. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. We've got the snow through Thursday morning. A few more snow showers into the afternoon tomorrow with a high of 30, 37 Friday, warming through the 40s this weekend. And yeah, we get a break next week. It's warming into the 50s Monday and Tuesday, and no storms in sight.
Thank you, Bob. The Maryland National Guard is pulling out of a parade to celebrate Frederick Douglass's birthday. Now, Saturday will be the third annual celebration for Douglass's birthday in Easton. It's supposed to include a parade, and we have a look here at previous celebrations. The organizer asked the National Guard for a Black Hawk helicopter flyover along with a marching band and tactical vehicles to be part of the procession. However, a memo sent by the National Guard explained they could not use federal resources to host any celebrations for events like Black History Month, Pride, or Women's History Month. This limitation, quote, is based upon recent Department of Defense guidance that was published on January 31st. The organizer says this is not fair.
I'm offended by the fact that they did it. You know, as a combat vet myself, and I don't blame the National Guard. It's not the National Guard. It came down from the Secretary of Defense.
Frederick Douglass Celebration still plans to hold an event at the Avalon Theater there in Easton.
Dover police say they are still looking for 3 suspects they say broke into a smoke shop. This isn't the first time Cosmic Smoke has been broken into, but this time it was done in a way that caught many off guard. Dover police say 3 suspects broke into a neighboring vacant building just after 4 p.m. Friday morning and crawled through a wall to go into Cosmic Smoke. While safety upgrades had been made to the shop, this break-in was something they couldn't have anticipated. The owner says the alarm system failed since the suspects came through the wall.
Here's a live look at our Spicer Brothers camp out of Salisbury over SU. 20 degrees and bitter cold this morning. We're awaiting the snow. That develops later today as a code red goes into effect for accumulating snow, about 1 to 3 inches across Sussex County. It does warm up for the weekend and beyond, getting a break from the winter storms. How about that? Your improving 10-day forecast is coming up next.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanka Kia of Salisbury.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
It is 5:57 and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Got a couple of them here for you, Lisa. On your screen, we have 3 playful dogs, Gidget, Dewey, and Hurley. They love their morning treats. They love chasing birds and squirrels.
Wow.
Their owner says they are the ultimate protectors of their yard. That's good to know.
I love that.
And these pets were submitted to us by Troy and Lewis.
And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
That's where you'll find the QR code at the top. Scan that, get your friends to us here at Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It is 5:57, so we're going to bring back in First Alert Meteorologist Bob Trahey to tell us about what's on all of our minds.
Yeah, all calm right now, Bob, except that it's very cold out there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about next week when we're talking about highs in the 50s and no winter storm. Oh, we got to talk about today. Yeah, no, it's really cold. And then we have the cold in place. We're only warming slowly through the teens and 20s today. Highs not even getting to 30. And then with the wind, cold. Bundle up. Temperatures feeling like teens and 20s throughout the day. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Code red for about 1 to 3 inches of snow later today into Thursday. Fluffy snow because it's so cold. Friday, sunshine 37, warming through the 40s this weekend. And then, oh wow, 50s for 4 days in a row. What a treat next week. And then, oh boy, maybe another chance of rain and snow by next Friday, 45, but we won't worry about that.
I am not even looking that far ahead, Bob. All right, thanks for that. Coming up in our next hour, snow strategy as we are all bracing for another winter system here on Delmarva. That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.